Shalom, shalom. All right, let me see. All right, yeah, we in there. All right, bet we live. All right, let's get right into it.
النكبة الثانية عن طريق النكبة الثانية ونبتدي تقول انت ودينا
All right, hey, shalom out there. Shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of Great Millstone, Charlotte. And before we get started with this live lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. We're back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right, and we pray that this lesson is edifying to the elect. All right, this is various topics Babylon infiltrated and taken in the coming global chaos, man. And shit is getting very hot right now. It's a lot going on in the news. Of course, as we go into it all the time in these lessons, the topic of what? World War III, you know, the war of all wars, which is going to be the end of Esau's enterprise, man. All right, just as we talked about yesterday in camp, you know, this is the time of the downfall of the so-called white man, the Edomite, all right, his complete demise of his infrastructure, all right, this beast system, okay, that's being operated and functioned through America, NATO, and the EU, man, all right, and right now, as we see, there's been an attack on the small hatters, the 48ers, okay, because these devils are going to receive their judgment as well. Okay, not only is America going to be touched, but as you see that's going on over here in the land of Israel, all right, they're catching hell right now too. And I just want to read this article real quick, and we'll get some scriptures because I do want to talk about this video here that the beloved elder Malcolm has sent me the other day. This Edomite woman, she's basically breaking down in detail the complete demise of Babylon, man. And a lot of these right-wing Edomite, Trump-supporting, you know, Edomites, they see that pretty much America is done for, right? And this is how we know that in due time, okay, this civil war, all right, anarchy in the streets is about to hit, man. All right, but anyway, just pulling up this article because this news came out. I want to say yesterday. I remember hitting the feeds. But here, this article came out about 29 minutes ago. It says Israel formally declares war against Hamas as hundreds killed on both sides. Okay, a lot of death and destruction going on over there in the land of Israel. All right, so it says Beirut. It says Israel formally declared war against Hamas on Sunday, opening the way for a major escalating in fighting. A day after a surprise assault killed at least 600 Israelis. It says reprisals by the Israeli military have killed at least 370 Palestinians on the Gaza Strip. Okay, so as you see, death and war. Okay, it says the authorization of war by the Israeli cabinet would allow the government to carry out a wider mobilization of military reserves and use more military options. And this is all heavy because as the lesson that we brought out the other day, you know, the talks of, you know, the military draft. Okay, you see everything coming into its proper perspective. Okay, all nations are gearing up for this final war, man. Okay, so there's no denying this draft getting ready to happen. You know, as we went into the the statistics that are being brought out of how many people are going to die, you know, due to employment for war. All right, this shit is getting heavy, man. Okay, so the spirit right now is war in the earth, man. Right, but reading on here, let's read it again. It says the authorization of war by the Israeli cabinet would allow the government to carry out a wider mobilization of military reserves and use more military options. It also compels the government to identify specific wartime objectives, raising the specter of a ground invasion of Gaza. And that's heavy. We're going to get that in the scriptures too. Right. And it says, I'll read a little bit more here because we're just basically giving you an update of what's happening right now. All right. It says earlier Sunday, Israeli forces and Lebanese militants also traded fire across the border, sparking fears of a broader regional escalation in the wake of the largest attack by Palestinians on Israel territory in decades, you see? And that's that time. Okay. It says, what's behind the violence in Israel and Gaza? Here's what to know. It says Hezbollah, Lebanon's militant group and largest political party, claimed responsibility for attacks on 3 targets within the Israeli-controlled Shabba Farms area, stating it on its official media outlet Sunday morning that it had fired artillery shells and guided missiles in, quote, solidarity with the Hamas attacks. It says, I'll read this last paragraph here. It says, our hearts are with you. Our minds are with you. Our souls are with you. Our history and guns and our rockets are with you, said top Hezbollah official Hashem Safadini at a rally in Beirut on Sunday, man. So it's getting hot. Shit is popping off, man. All right. Let's grab that scripture in Jeremiah real quick. Let's get that Jeremiah 49. Let's start at verse 12. You know,
also too, Algamot said he's on.
Oh, he's on?
Con.
Okay, Con, let's put him on.
I got one to follow. Okay.
You got it, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, Con, this is it's kind of echo.
Oh, Slocky, let me hit my mic. Bear with me.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, and we get verse 20. Matthew 24 and 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You know, so we're hearing about the wars, the rumors of wars. You know, I'm gonna go into that word for wars. All right, and it says this word for wars is G4171, and it says a war, a fight, a battle, a dispute, strife, or a quarrel. So we're seeing the wars, we're seeing the warfare. It says figuratively as well. It says a single encounter or a series. So we're seeing the wars in Israel. We're also seeing like people like Taiwan, China, you know, they're arming up. They're coming over here and pretty much doing surveillance on America, Babylon the Great, you know. So we're seeing them doing like shows of forces and things like that, you know, because we're in a time of war. That's pretty much the point, though.
Con. Yeah, just showing the Most High keeping his word, man. Because I got real quick, Exodus 17 and 16. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And this is just Yahweh Hashem Yahushua confirming it even more, because they did, like they told them Amalekites when they took the Holy Land, all right, there was never going to be peace in the Middle East because the Jews left black and came back white. So the Most High is stirring up that you know, the battlefield over there, because Amalek is going to get judged soon, man. So hopping to Jeremiah 49 and 12, it says, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. You want to speak on the Capo?
Yeah. Salakia. You know, we got to mute the mic back and forth just so we can get a clear feed. But I'll read that for me. Read that for me again, and I'm gonna unmute the mic.
Gotcha. Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go on, but thou shalt.
Right. So pretty much, you know, We weren't made to serve under Esau, man, pretty much. And as you're reading here, the earth, as you can see, the earth is beginning to rise up against Esau, man. All right. Amalek. All right. So-called white man. Okay. The world is pretty much rising up against this goddamn devil. So he should surely not go unpunished. All right. This is his time to be judged. Read on that.
For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Yeah. All the cities thereof should be perpetual waste. And this is future prophecy, man. So as we touching in this lesson, as we dealing with the fact of these small hatters, all right, the 1948ers, hey, that land, the land of Israel is going to be cleansed. Okay, remember, you have heathen nations dwelling in that land, man. All right, you got Amalek, you got Ham, you got Ishmael. All right, you got Elam. Okay, and none of these heathen belong in that land. So Yahweh Ba'ashim Awashai, he's going to cleanse that land. Matter of fact, hold where you at out. Let me get that in where's that in Luke? Right, bear with me 1 second. Is it Luke 19?
I had a quick precept for that.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4, to add on with Jeremiah 49 and 13. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Okay, and that's what we see happening to the Edomite hegemony. All right, speaking of the chief tribe of Edom, the Amalekites, all right, the Lord is throwing down their entire hegemony. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever, all right, as we had just read in Exodus, okay? The Lord is making, as Priest Amawan has said, he's making his word, all right, faithful and true, all right? He's visiting these Amalekites and these Edomites, all right, at the end of their hegemony.
That's right. I got that scripture real quick before we go back to Jeremiah 49. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 22, and it reads, Luke 21, verse 22, it says, for these be the day of vengeance, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Verse 23, it says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there should be a great distress in the land and a wrath upon this people, going back to the Roman slaughter, all right, during the time of 70 AD, all right, the siege of Jerusalem. Verse 24, the point here, Luke 21, verse 24, red letter Yahweh Shai speaking, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, all right, going back to the Roman army, all right, when Jerusalem was conquered. It says, and shall be led away captive into all nations, going into what? To the scattering of our people, man. All right, being removed out of the Holy Land. The point. And shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, right? Because as I talked about, you got Amalek, you got Ham, you got Ishmael, you got Elam, you got nothing but heathen dwelling in the land of Israel right now. So it says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So when Yahweh Shai comes, okay, he's going to destroy those heathen out of the land of Israel, man. And this is why there's so much tension and destruction going on right now. Okay, that spirit of war has been amplified, man. All right, it's time for these heathen to be eradicated. Okay, so once again, Israel is going to get touched in America, man, in various parts of the earth. This is what we're seeing right now. This is the buildup that's going on pertaining to Bible prophecy. All right. So anyway, I can go back to your scripture.
Correct. Jeremiah 49 and 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men.
Yeah. The Lord said that I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Going to you damn 48ers. You small hats, man. You're hated around the world. Okay, and pursuing it, what Job, the 18th chapter, it talks about what he should be chased out of the world. Okay, because now through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Al-Shai is coming known abroad everywhere that these people are responsible for all the wars, for all the destruction, right? For all the infiltration of these other nations, setting up these wicked decrees and policies, right? They're the ones that spearheading all the destruction. So now the earth is beginning to stand up and prepare war against them. You see?
Like we are. Hey, the world has the spotlight on these Amalekites, man, because like you said, everybody is seeing them for the devil that they are, man. You know, all the problems in the world all stem back into them. You know, so the world is beginning to call them out on that shit. So this is Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O that dwelleth in the cleft of the rock, that holdeth the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. And also Edom shall be a desolation, every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son dwell in it.
Right. So once again, this is all the preparation of what? Of Edom's destruction.
Yep.
Okay. We're witnessing in our lifetime the demise of Esau, man. He's going down. And remember, the triumphing of the wicked is short. Okay. So things are speeding up. As the scriptures say, you know, the Lord is accelerating these prophecies for the sake of the elect, man. All right. Guaranteed 2024, which is what, a few months away, a couple months away, it's going to go next level, man. You know, you got it out.
It says, behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the inhabitants of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her, who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her, who is like me, and who will appoint me the time, and who is that shepherd that will stand before me. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Yeah, surely the least of the flock should draw them out, man. Them Amalekites, them 48ers, man. Okay, they're going to draw America, Babylon into World War III. Okay, remember, America and Israel are allies, man. Okay, so this thing is about to turn up. You know, as I saw in the article here, it talked about, you know, the some of the Americans that were involved in this so-called surprise Hamas attack. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord said that hear the counsel that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman, man. Okay, so both of these nations are going to get judged. They're being judged as we speak. Okay, it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely shall he make their habitations desolate with them. So America and in the land of Israel are going to be destroyed, man. It's going to be cleansed with fire. Okay, they're going to see war. All right, got it out. Read down to 22.
Okay, so you know, it says the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Edom is going to fall, man. All right. Esau's military is going to be destroyed. All right. These heathen, pursuing the Obadiah, the first chapter, first verse. All right. It said, let us rise up against her. Speaking about Edom. All right. For battle. Okay. So this is happening, man. No way you can say that the Bible is not faithful and true.
Right.
You know, you got, if y'all brothers want to speak on anything, you know.
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah Yeshaya chapter 10 and verse 33. It says, behold, the Lord of hosts, shall lop the bow with terror, and the high ones of stature shall be hewn down, and the haughty shall be humble. And that's pretty much what we're in the process of seeing, you know, going back to the precept that the priest brought out, that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, you know. We're seeing the Lord pretty much judge those gutter rats. Verse 34, it says, and he shall cut down the thickest of forests with iron, and Lebanon shall fall by a mighty one, which is starting with this truth, you see. But then also the nukes, and then Hamashiach, when he comes back, he's going to destroy them. But the scriptures say that pretty much he shall destroy or destroy with the brightness of his coming, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all judgment that we're seeing, you know, taking place on them Amalekites, man. Because like we just brought out, all right, the conflicts that's going on over in Israel is going to eventually draw America into the fray, which is going to kick off World War III, man. You know, as we was reading, I'll get it again real quick. Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And that's, you know, this is just a step closer to the, you know, that conflict, you know, bringing America into the fray, man, because it's going to be an event that America is going to have to step in and help the land of Israel, which is going to pretty much, you know, kick off World War III, where Russia and all these different nations are going to come against America and help destroy it by World War III, man.
Con, if I may add to that as well, you know, just adding to that, they're now saying that the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, has said that several Americans may be among the dead in Israel, and the administration has seen reports about American hostages following the surprise attacks from Hamas on Saturday. And this just came out today. So, you know, this is definitely going to be a reason or fuel of the fire for Babylon to become more involved in what's happening overseas.
Exactly, man. So this thing, as we see here, is trending. All right, it's trending all over social media, all over the world right now. This is what's hitting the headlines, man. But this is all the will of Yahweh Shema Washai. Real quick, can somebody get 2 Ezra 15? You know, got to get that. You know, and then I'll get one more scripture, and then we'll go to the next clip. You know, if somebody want to read that.
I thought brother waiting.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 2. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard and publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Moloch is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken. For out of the north there shall come up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. And that's what you're seeing gradually been taking place, man. You're seeing all the nations, especially Russia and China, they're ready to start coming against America. Because like we're going into, all the nations see that America is going to gradually be pushed into this war, and that's what they want. They want America to be pushed into this war, so they justified for shooting missiles on this place, man.
Hey, just like it says here, just reiterated what Itazamam just brought out. It says Washington Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Sunday that the U.S. has not verified reports that Americans have been killed or taken hostage as Hamas militants launched a large-scale offensive against Israel. We've got reports that several Americans are among the dead. We're working very actively to verify those reports. At the same time, reports of Americans being taken hostage, there too, we're working to get the facts to find out if those reports are accurate, Blinken told Face of the Nation on Sunday. And as you saw what was trending on the Twitter here, right? This chick Riley Gaines said, I can hardly stomach all the videos of what's going on in Israel, but especially the ones where Israeli women are being kidnapped, tortured, raped, and then paraded around, all while chanting Allah Akbar, God is great, I'm sick. All right. So it's popping. Right. Let me get a quick precept. I just wanted to talk about how pretty much, you know, the land of Israel is going to be cleansed, right? This is Ezekiel 38, straight to the point. All right, this is Ezekiel 38, verse 8. And it reads, it says, after many days thou shalt be visited, and in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, going back to the time of 70 AD, right? It says, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Verse 9, it says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. So the point is that land of Israel is going to be invaded by those troops, man. It's going to see a war. It's going to see a major war, as we're seeing the beginning stages of it right now. All right, verse 10, it says, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, it shall come to pass that in the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And that part of that evil thought is that China, Russia, they're gonna send missiles on America, but they're also going to send missiles over there to Israel too. All right. Verse 11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. All right, tying that back to Babylon, America. Okay, and this is why right now, as we're going to get into next, you had Title 42 that came out a couple months ago. You had this influx of so-called migrants entering into the country, right? But within this so-called migrant invasion, you got foreign troops that are being set up in here, man, which they've been over here, right? But you got Chinese troops, Russian troops, Iranians, all these other nations, the enemies of Babylon, they're all up in here, man, right? Ready to set shit off. That's why we're going to see more false flags. You're going to see more so-called events take place, right? So this place is about to be it's about to be touched in a major way, man. It says, as Ezekiel 38 and 11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, right? Because a lot of these people in America are at ease, man. Okay, people don't really have a clue what's happening. All right, a lot of these so-called Babylonians, these Americans, right? They're clueless that we're in a time of war. Okay, that this land is going to get invaded, man. It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls. It says, and having neither bars or gates, to take a spoil, to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited. Yeah, so these American cities are going to get destroyed, man. Okay, we're telling you that chaos is brewing, man. Okay. It says, and turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations which have gotten cattle and goods and dwell in the midst of the land. All right, there you go. So you got it, brother.
You want to second Ezra 15?
Yeah, we can read that.
Con, start from the top.
Con.
All right. Second Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And we are seeing that taking place now. All right. The prophecies dictate on how America was going to be invaded, how the system of America was going to, implode, and how Babylon the Great was pretty much going to get dragged into World War III and be destroyed when all hell breaks loose, man. All right. We're seeing all these things taking place, which shows that prophecy is reigning true. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's why we don't give a damn, who didn't, hearken to what we were saying. All these people out here that was scoffing, thinking that these things wouldn't take place. And look, it's happening right before their eyes, man. So, hey, that your incredulity is not changing none of our views, because we know we have the truth, man. And you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the earth, upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's exactly what we're seeing taking place, man. All right, the Lord is smiting Babylon with plagues like before, man. But hey, everything that we've been, warning the people that was going to come, we're starting to see it come into fruition now, man. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in the which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, and that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing everything that we see him doing, man, because really this is for the controversy of Zion, man. All right, the Lord is fucking all these heathen up, all right, because of what they've done, specifically Esau, until the nation of Israel, man. But even 2/3, you are getting a part of that judgment too, because you're, operating in this wickedness as well. It's like we brought out yesterday. This is why the rest of the world hates America, because they view this place as the great Satan, like they call it, man.
That's right. That's right. And that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted there, man. So I want to move on. All right. To the point that we were speaking about at camp yesterday. Let me pull that up. All right. Which was shared by a priest earlier today. Just to show you that Babylon is infiltrated, man. These troops are in the land, right? Whether you believe it or not. Let's pull this up.
I don't know if y'all can see what this says. This card that this guy whipped out from Haiti. They was walking by interviewing people, and there was like, this guy said that, he has a card from the government, from the UN, and it got topped up every month. And he was like, this month since he got to the United States that, he has no money on there. And he asked him, how much money did you get put into the account every month? And he was like 3,000 pesos. And he was like, let me see the card. So the guy flipped the card, real quick. And me being who I am, I screenshotted it. And then I did some investigations. And as you see on the card, it says UMMCA and some other words, right? So, of course, I did my digging. And this is actually who these people are, like I said. Unspecified Minor Military Construction Army. These people that are flooding into the borders. So, yeah, we have an alien invasion, all right. We're being invaded right now. Get ready. It's World War III. And nobody said anything. I mean, you would think that they would announce, hey, hey, Americans, no, because this is an inside attack. That's why they're pouring in by the thousands. These people are getting paid to come here, you guys. They have a prepaid card. Unspecified minor military construction. You're getting paid 3,000 pesos a month to come here to attack us, to incite riots and race wars, and so that they can enact military law. I'm sorry, that's my chihuahua. So that they can enact martial law. I'm sorry. So yeah, America, is this the time when we do something? Cause what y'all was waiting on? This was it, right? When there's blue hats on the soil, this is what you was waiting on, right? Well, it's here, and they're getting paid to do that. And so if you was getting paid $3,000 a month, they're getting paid more than the American military. You know what I'm saying? They're getting paid more than our soldiers. So what you think gonna happen? You guys, let me remind you, in case you just joined. I'm sorry, my dog. He's got a card. He's working. These guys are not just refugees. These guys are not just people looking for asylum. These are workers. These are people that's here to destroy Americans. Wake up. Good morning.
There you go, man. Hey, we try to tell you, man. Hey, this is getting heavy. Hey, somebody get Isaiah 47:1, right? We told you, man. He saw a lot of those gates to be open, and there's nothing but foreign troops over here, man. That's how we know, man. Shit, major things about to pop off, Jake. Right? You got it, brother. Hold on, mute my mic. You got it.
This is Jeremiah 49:31. It says, "Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone." Like we was going into earlier, the land of the unwild villages. This is America, man. It says, "And their camels shall be a booty, and the multitudes of their cattle will spoil, and I will scatter until all winds them that are in the utmost corners, and will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, save the Lord. Because these foreign soldiers, man, like you said, they're going to be causing false flags. They're going to be the so-called peacekeepers. When all hell breaks loose, man, they're going to be the main ones, pretty much bringing order back when all hell breaks loose. Because these people, as she was saying, they ain't even noticing that because they're pretty much, like we said, they're sleeper agents, man, waiting to be activated. And these people don't even notice, man. That's why I said that dwell without care, man, because these people ain't even seeing that the alien invasion that they thinking it's going to be them little green men in them ships, in the UFOs. No, the alien invasions with these foreign troops on U.S. soil, man.
I got the Isaiah, and I also got another precept. This is This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. We'll get verse 21. Just land backing off the point. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case." They was doing those the 50-cent burgers, the penny burgers, and pretty much food is still somewhat cheap. We're not in the time of like super hyperinflation, so pretty much people still feel like they're comfortable. You can still go to the store and things like that. It says that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. The sword, we're seeing an increase in killings, every day. It says famine. All right, the famine is looming. The Department of Agriculture was like, they got less funding, because they're moving over to a police state more so. It says the sword, famine, and great confusion. Going back to the point, pretty much everybody's gonna be caught unaware, because this is the land where people feel like they're at ease. Going back to what you brought up, Priest, pretty much that everybody's gonna be caught unaware.
That's right.
Con,
I got that.
can I bring it? Can I bring a precept out real quick? Can the brothers hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Con, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, going in verse 12. I'm gonna read down to verse 14. It says, "Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambush, for the Lord have both devised and done that which he has spake against the inhabitants of Babylon." And that's what you're seeing taking place, man. They're ambushing these people. These people not like y'all going into, they're not aware of what's really going on. You got sleeper cells everywhere, man, and gradually just watching the people, man. They're watching how the people are in a state of complacency. They don't really see what's going on. So when this shit hit the fan, it's gonna be for the picking. And it says, verse 13, "Oh, that dwells upon the many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness." Man, is that not America? Is that not America, man? That describes America to the T. Of many waters, man, and in abundant of treasures. Because what is America known for, man? It's known for always getting supplies from other nations, and basically it's a consumer nation. In verse 14, it said, "The Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee." And that's what you're seeing, man. The Most High is filling this place up with all the foreign troops, the UN troops from all the nations around the world, man. And it's so ironic. All these other nations, what have America done to their people, man? They oppressed them. They stole their resources. They raped and robbed and pillaged their women. So what you think is going to take place here, man? The same thing. They're going to use this. Is going to be a spoil when they come to Babylon the Great, man. They're going to take a spoil, you damn proud ass women and you proud ass niggas, man. Because a lot of y'all gonna be thrown into these re-education centers, man. That's what they got these so-called peace troopers that in America for, man. They're gonna be grabbing y'all ass up and shipping you off, man. That's what's coming to the land of Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
Hold on, I just want to add on to what Tazamak said, and this is real. Hold on, I found an article, I saved it. Just want to read the headline real quick, and we'll get that scripture I called for. Let me pull it up. Right, this came out some months ago. I had saved it just to add on to what he said. All right, it's from France24.com. It says, rape used in Ukraine as a Russian military strategy. All right, UN. It says rape and sexual assault attributed to Moscow's forces in Ukraine are part of a Russian military strategy in a deliberate tactic to dehumanize the victims. UN envoy Pramila Patten told AFP in an interview, right? So these soldiers are going to be doing all types of shit. All right. Once they have that green light to roam these streets and start taking these people, man. Let me read on. Make this a little bigger. You got it.
That goes for men as well as women.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yep.
So let's read on a little bit. Okay. Make this a little bigger. Okay. So when you hear us talk about this shit, we're not making this up. Okay. This is in the news. This came out back in what month? 1410. What month of that is like what? I don't know what month that is. No, it's backwards. It's back in October. October 14, 2022. Right. So it says here, quote, all the indications are there. The UN special representative on sexual violence told AFP on Thursday when asked if rape was being used as a weapon of war in Ukraine. When women are held for days and raped, you start to grape little boys and men. When you see a series of genital mutilations, and when you hear women testify Russian soldiers equipped with Viagra, goddamn, right? Shit. Russian soldiers equipped with Viagra is clearly a military strategy, she said. All the victims, and when all the victims report what was said during the grapes, it is clearly a deliberate tactic to dehumanize the victims. The United Nations has verified more than 100 cases of rape and sexual assault since the beginning of the war, Patton said. So this shit has been going on since the beginning of that war over there in Ukraine, man. It says the first cases were reported just 3 days after the invasion of Ukraine on February 24th, she added, referring to a UN report released in late September. The report confirmed crimes against humanity committed by Russian forces, and according to gathered testimonies, to the age of victims of sexual violence ranges from 4 to 82 years old. Woo, man. So they're not sparing nobody, right? And we're going to get that in the scriptures, all right? Because this is all prophecy. It says the victims were mostly women, girls, but also men and boys, she added. There are many cases of sexual violence against children who are raped, tortured, and kept hostage, she said, but reported cases are only the tip of the iceberg, she added. It is very difficult to have reliable statistics during an active conflict, and the numbers would never reflect reality because sexual violence is a silent crime that is largely unreported, right? So you can read the rest of this on your own. So we're telling you, man, when these foreign troops, okay, right? When these foreign troops hit the streets, okay, it's all she wrote. Real quick, somebody get and I want to read this in the NLT too. Let's get that one in Isaiah 47 first, and then somebody get Ezekiel 23 and verse 23. That's the one I want to read in the NLT. So get Isaiah 47 and 1, and then somebody get Ezekiel 23 verse 23.
I got Isaiah.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1. It says, "Come
break
down
it and break it down. Break it down."
It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." You know, and this is chiefly being applied to America, Babylon, the Great, you see. But then it's also Amalek, you know, because as Babylon has fallen, Amalek has also fallen as well. But it says, I'm going to read it again. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust," because pretty much that rulership seat, you know, is being that status, that preeminence that Esau Edom has had is being taken away from him. It says, O daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Pretty much like we've been going into the lesson, pretty much, and they're no longer being called tender and delicate because they're being exposed, pretty much, you know.
God, exactly. And this place is about to see a war. It's about to be infiltrated. It's about to get touched, right? So get that Ezekiel 23. We're going to read it in the King James, and then we're going to read it in the NLT, just to add on to this article here. How grape is used as a military strategy.
What do you want?
Somebody
want?
Yeah, start at 23 and read down to read to 23 and start at 23 and read down to 29. Baba Kushar.
Okay. Ezekiel 23 and 23. The Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pekod and Shoah and Koa, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, captains and rulers, great lords and renowned, all of them riding upon horses.
Right. So this would be like now. This would be all of these foreign troops. All right, because when I looked into it, these were all the regions of Assyria under the control of the Chaldeans. They were all part of that Chaldean army. All right, all these different regions of men. Go ahead.
And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people, which shall set them against set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about, and I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgment.
And they shall judge thee according to their judgments, as we just saw in the article here that I got pulled up. All right, on how grape is used as a military strategy. They said the soldiers was running around with Viagra.
That's crazy.
God damn. So they're going to judge you according to their judgments, man. This shit is going to be brutal. Okay? People have no idea this is coming, man. Go ahead, priest.
It says, I will set my jealousy against thee, and they shall deal fiercely with thee. They shall take away thy nose and thine ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword. They shall take thy sons and thy daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by the fire. It says, they shall also strip thee of thy clothes, and take away their fair jewels.
That's what them troops gonna do. They're gonna strip you out your clothes. They're gonna snatch you up. This is in the scriptures. Go ahead, Ak.
Thus will I make thy lewdness to cease from thee, and thy whoredom brought from the land of Egypt, so thou shalt not lift up thine eyes unto them, nor remember Egypt anymore. But thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, I will deliver thee into the hand of them whom thou hatest, unto the hand of whom thy mind is alienated, and they shall deal with thee hatefully, and shall take away all thy labor, and shall leave thee naked and bare, and the nakedness of thy whoredom shall be discovered, both thy lewdness and whoredoms.
Man, that's crucial. Now we're gonna read that again in the NLT. Somebody get that, and then you can speak on it. I just want to put this article on the screen while you brothers read that. So go ahead, whoever wants to speak on it. Read them same verses again in the NLT.
Con. It says, for the Babylonians will come with all the Chaldeans from Pekod, Shoah, and Koa, and all the Assyrians shall come with thee, handsome young captains, commanders, chariot officers, and other high-ranking officials, all riding their horses. They will all come against you from the north with chariots, wagons, and a great army prepared for attack. They will take up positions on every side, surrounding you with men armed with shields and helmets, and will hand you over to them for punishment, so they can do with you as they please, man. That's pretty much, the peacekeepers, man. They're gonna be having their way with you, however they see fit, man, because they're not gonna be bound by the laws that how America, how they police, officers do over here. They're gonna operate on the UN rules, man. All right, so they want to beat your ass with a baton. They want to rape you. They want to, do what they want. They're gonna be, allowed to with free reign, man. It says, I will turn my jealous anger against you. Go ahead.
Just the hypocrisy of the article, right? Because the UN, they're talking about the Russian military strategies, but they have an extensive history of doing these exact same things in other nations, man. So if you look up reports of UN sexual misconducts, child abductions, and things of that nature, man, right? They're doing these exact same things. So as you mentioned, when it comes time and all these social norms and constructs are broken down and they're left to their own devices, it's going to be even worse than what they're reporting in Russia right now, man.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, just to add to your point, was it they had that report come out years ago how them American troops, I think it was in Afghanistan or Iran or whatever, Iraq, like, but they was sexually assaulting those Israelites. They was taking pictures of how they was, you know, shoving brooms up their ass and shit like that. If I remember, I think it was either Afghanistan or one of them countries that they invaded. But just going into what you was talking about, Cornwall, because these American soldiers have a history of abusing their prisoners, man. You know. So continuing on, it says, "I will turn my jealous anger against you, and they will deal harshly with you. They will cut off your nose and ears, and any survivors will be then slaughtered by the sword. Your children will be taken away as captives, and everything that is left will be burned." Let's go into, like we went into yesterday with the Gurkha troops, man. They have that knife. That once that knife tastes blood, they gotta keep killing, man. They gotta appease, because that's part of their ritual when it comes to how they kill, man. You know, so once that knife tastes blood, it's gotta keep going. It says, "They will strip you of your beautiful clothes and jewels. In this way, I will put a stop to the lewdness and prostitution you brought from Egypt. You will never again cast longing eyes on those things, or you finally remember your time in Egypt." And this is mainly going to go to you rebellious women out here. All right, you OnlyFans models or Instagram models, all that. You're going to be getting taken in that day, man. Like we said, all you women that got that plastic surgery, and these troops are going to have their way with you whenever they get over here, man. It says, "For this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will surely hand you over to your enemies, to those you loathe, to those you rejected. They will treat you with hatred and rob you of all your own, leaving you stark naked. The shame of your prostitution will be exposed to all the world," man. So they're going to be having their way with you men and you women, man. Because like you said, they're going to be armed with Viagra, man. You got angry, horny soldiers, man, be ravishing you people over here, man. All right? And that's as funny as that sound, bro. That's what the article was talking about, man. All right? They're going to be getting busy on you people out here, man. You know? So that will behoove you to get right with the Lord. Otherwise, the Lord's going to leave you victim to these damn people, man. You know?
I got a quick precept.
Kind.
This is Isaiah 13, 16. I'll start in 15. It reads, "Everyone found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be to pieces before their eyes. Their house shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall delight in." So as the brothers is mentioning, once that spirit gets put on these men, to do these acts, there's no turning back, man. Right? They're gonna take full advantage of this situation, right? And it's all the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai at the end of the day, man. These are some of the many judgments that God has set, before this place, man.
God. I'm gonna read that in the NLT for you too, bro. Isaiah 13, 16 in NLT, it says, "The little children shall be dashed to death before their eyes. Their homes will be sacked, and their wives will be raped." So just adding to what Cornwall just read, just showing you that, hey, this is in the scriptures. Everything that we're bringing out is in the scriptures, man. So this article that Capo has on the screen, man, this is biblical prophecy that's going to take place as part of the judgments that the Lord is going to send on you people, man. All right? Because, hey, when it comes to you Americans over here, you don't feel like this will be fair, or you don't even think that this will happen, man. But this is judgment from Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. A lot of you whores that that run around here, the Lords are going to allow these soldiers to literally rape you to death, man. That's going to be your judgment for your wickedness, man. Dealing with you Israelite women, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, it's not a game, man. All right. These judgments are serious business. And this is why the Lord commanded us to do what? To give them warning from me, man. All right. This is all we can do. We're telling you, we're giving you the news, we're giving you what's trending on social media, what people are talking about, and it's all tied back to prophecy, man. All right. The soldiers, the foreign troops are here. They're already set up. This is all orchestrated, man. Okay. There was a video one of the brothers posted. It was this Israeli She was like a border guard. All right. She was speaking that Yiddish shit, so you couldn't really understand, but pretty much it had it highlighted on the top of summary of what she was saying. And she was saying, look, we keep the borders tight. She said we would know if a cockroach crossed the border. We would know if a bird crossed the border. So she was like, how the hell did these 400 plus troops just get into the land? See what I'm saying? Because it's all set up. All right. These troops are being brought over into the borders on purpose. Okay. Remember, America is no longer a power, man. All right. See, everything is, the elites got this thing set up so perfectly, man, and it's going down right under the people's nose, man. So when it's time to set this off, it's gonna get set off, and it's gonna be so terrible that people ain't gonna know what the hell's going on. They ain't gonna know what to do, man. Right? But this is why it's important, like us, to be in the know, man. You brothers and sisters out there that's been tuning in, staying hip to the prophecies. We understand what's about to happen, but the majority of the world doesn't. Right? And that's why, I want to move on to the next point there. All right. Because we made that point. All right. We grabbed that Isaiah 47. Matter of fact, get one more and I'll move on to the next point. And then we could wrap it up. But give me Isaiah 10. Because we were just talking about that article, how grape was used as a military strategy. Get Isaiah 10 and 5 real quick.
John, I got it.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. You want to speak on this, Zaquan?
Yeah. The staff, the modern day Assyrian is Esau, right? And they said the staff in their hand is mine indignation, meaning the righteous judgment and anger of the Lord. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Verse 6. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
Yeah, so eventually, as we've been warning you Israelites out there that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give this devil the charge to tread 2/3 down as the mire in the streets. All right, he's going to allow these devils, these heathen, to have their way with Jake, man. You're going to literally be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Okay? You're going to be put to death. Any more?
That's it.
All right, that's it. All right. So, hey, what more can we say? Okay? So anyway, man, let's move on to the next point. Like I said, this is various topics. We just want to keep you Israelites out there in the know of how real this shit is getting. It's heating up, man. Okay? So anyway, let's move on. All right, because I got this video here, and I may not play all of it because it's about a 28-minute less video, but I just want to highlight some points about the fact that these Edomites, like I said, these right-wing Trump supporters, these NRA gun-toting Edomites, they see that America is done for. All right, they see the collapse of their civilization. All right, they see their constitution basically being flushed down the toilet, and they understand what's getting ready to happen. All right. And this woman here, as the Elder Malcolm was going into, let me share my screen. She gets into some very hardcore details about what's about to happen, man. All right. Of course, she tries to teach the scriptures, which that's not her place. But I just want to highlight some of the points that she made in the video. And then that'd be it. Let me share my screen, Salakia. Right. I pray and I'm not all over the place. Pray that this lesson is edifying. But anyway, let's get into it.
Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, among the heathen that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners, all right? And to my fellow laborers, 144,000 that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Also, shout out to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning. What you're looking at is a woman who needs no introduction. I've been watching her videos for years. I've responded to a lot of her videos over these last, 4 or 5 years. And this is the Patriot Nurse. And this is one of the most powerful videos she's ever done. And what I mean, she says some very intense things. And I personally believe that, you've often heard the apostles and the elders talk about those Bible Belt Christians, and that a lot of them are Jake. When you think of all the interracial race mixing that went on during the time of slavery, a lot of them Bible Belt, Bible thumping, Edomites are really Jake, in disguise, the speckled birds. I think she might be one of them because, and the reason I say that is because of how strongly she believes in the scriptures. And the average, person that looks like her, they don't really believe in the Bible like that. But she really, really believes in the Bible and refers to it a lot, sometimes too much, because, she's coming in with that false Christianity sense of, that made up Christianity doctrine. But she does know the scriptures a little bit better than the average, person. All right. And I do believe she's one of them Jews for Jesus. She's a, Jewish Christian or something to that effect. And I'm just putting it all together from things she said in the past. All right. But pretty much she says that America is over. It's done. And the only, you really have to listen to this video because she's going in. And then when you look at her talk, she's talked with her hands just like Jake.
Right. Now, real quick for the sake of time, I do want to play a little bit of the video because she does go in, and the name of the video is her channel is The Patriot Nurse, Rock the Boat, or Run Around McCarthy is gone. Now what? So Lord willing, I just want to play a few minutes of it. We'll grab a few scriptures. You brothers, sisters out there, you can watch this video on your own. It's about 28 minutes long. She goes in, and like I said, just reiterating the point that these Edomites, they know that this shit is over with. All right, so let's just play a little bit. We'll grab some scriptures, Lord willing, and we'll just wrap this lesson up. They wanted to be too long, but let's just get into it.
In an impromptu video, explained some of his concerns. And those concerns that he mentioned included a runaway federal government that's spending, a refusal of the Republican Party to right this ship that is sailing straight into the rocks, and the very realistic potential of the dollar losing its global reserve currency. This is a very key point because everybody knows, whether they're in DC or whether they're in Ukraine or Moscow, that the reason why we have been able to perpetuate our empire is not because that we're fighting for the cause of right in the rest of the world and bringing freedom and democracy to the rest of the world. That's nonsense. Look at the track record of the past 20 years. Afghanistan is a debacle. Iraq is in shambles. The region is in absolute total chaos and has devolved into civil war and partisanship. We did not bring freedom. We brought destabilization for the purposes of consolidating our power and ultimately having our influence in the region a la empire. Because of this reality, the empire itself has wound down to its final devolution. The only thing keeping us afloat is the fact that the rest of the world needs our dollar to transact. Matt Gaetz and other people who are forward-thinking and who understand the reset of currency that is coming globally, that has to be there because everybody else has screwed up their inflation settings at home too through the printing of money forever. Matt Gaetz realizes this, and he knows that the only way that we can keep things stable for people is to rein in this spending and buy us more time. Here's the thing. This is a really trippy thing to kind of wrap your head around. The founding fathers never expected the United States to last until the end of time. They never expected it. How do I know this? Because they were men of history. They studied the rise and fall of empires, and they knew that all they were doing was buying us time. A few generations in which to have children, teach them good values, watch them grow up, hopefully not put too many of them in the ground, God forbid, until the next cycle of history would repeat itself.
Real quick, all right? Hey, America's on borrowed time, man. All right? Let me get that. And these devils know. All right, her time is up, man. All right, this is Job. Real quick. This is Job 14:5, and it reads, it says, seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee, thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. So the days of these Edomites is numbered, man. All right. Esau has reached his limit of power. And now we're witnessing the decline of his empire, man. All right. This is Acts 17 and verse 26. And it reads, it says, and he have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth. He have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Right. So every kingdom that existed had a rise and had a fall. All right. And now we're in the fall of what? Of Babylon the Great, which is America. Right.
Our founding fathers understood this. That's a very heavy thing to ponder.
Whoa. Salakia.
When you sit and you ponder the frailty of human life, the frailty of our existence, and the tempestuous nature of the rise and fall of empires, one need only evaluate the empires that have gone before to realize that we only have one more support that's keeping us up. We do not have domestic cohesion. We do not have a functioning government. The federal government's too big. It has become the single greatest oppressor of the rights of the American people. And the only thing keeping us together is effectively the dollar. We do not have a unified culture. You can stand there and wave the flag all day long, but the flag itself, and my name is Patriot Nurse, like my avatar is Patriot Nurse, and I'm a patriotic individual, and I love the values of this nation and the Constitution, but what it has turned into and what Matt Gaetz has identified and other people who serve their constituency who view things the same way that we do, they have identified that this monstrosity of an entity is coming down. And in order to soften the blow, fiscal responsibility is a mandatory prereq. And unless you have that, the people in DC, with all their little cocktail hour buddies, they're going to be just fine. But for people like us, we're the ones who hurt. They have health care. They have benefits. Any sitting member of Congress has got it. They're set for life, man. But for us, oh no. When you consider the state that we're in, it is a harbinger of collapse. Now, some people with...
That's why we're trying to tell you, these Edomites, they know, man. All right. They see their beloved kingdom drowned and destroyed. All right. This is what's keeping them up at night, man. Hey, as scripture say, Babylon can't be healed. There's no healing of Babylon.
Say, for instance, that this collapse that many of us have been advocating for preparedness in advance of, many people would say that this is never going to come. But they're wrong. They're wrong because the only way they could be right is if human beings' blueprint and functional traits were reset 100%. Human beings are boringly predictable, and history is simply the recollection of the pattern of human behavior. Matt Gaetz realized this. Other members of freedom advocating limited government, espousing principle holding members of Congress, and there are very few of them. Other members recognize this as well. The Republican Party is going to go the way of the Whigs. Who remembers the Whigs? Is there a Whig party nowadays? No, of course not. They got too big for their britches. And the people who want functional government and limited government, they don't have adequate mass representation in Washington anymore. So this is the eventuality that I see. You saw in the 1820s and 30s and definitely the 40s, you saw for about 30 years in the lead up before the war between the states, that there were a lot of moves and counter moves in Congress. There were a lot of postures, there were a lot of heated words exchanged, there were fistfights that erupted on the floor. We're heading towards a breakup of the United States. The question is, in what permutation is it going to reform itself? Are we going towards regions? Are we going to states being the ones that hold things together? We will not be able to, when the dollar collapses and when it resets, when there is a currency reset, we will lose this empire that we have built.
Woo! See? Come on, man. I tell you, if she goes in, there's another. It's like another 15 minutes, man. But just for the sake of time, you brothers and sisters out there, you can watch this video on your own time, man. All right. But the point of me playing this video, because Elder Malcolm sent this to me yesterday. We talked about it on text. You see what I'm saying? So the point is that these Edomites see that this country is over with. They're prepared to go to war. All right. This is what all this tension is boiling up in America is about, this re-election shit going on 2024. So it's going to be a very hectic time, man. All right. In the midst of all of this going on, as we just discussed, the foreign troops have entered into the land. They're set up to bring the chaos and destruction. All right. The collapse of the dollar, the C-HIP is here. You see what I'm saying? The famines, the supply chain shortages, all of these things are happening simultaneously while these so-called American people are asleep, man. All right. So it's a blessing to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and to have the insight, man. All right. The wisdom is what gives us the advantage. We have the one up. Right. So you brothers out there, you sisters out there that believe, man, continue to believe. Keep your faith strong. Highly advised. Please watch this video on the screen, and just continue to just be occupied in the prophecies, man. That's right. So if brothers want to add anything else, we'll close it out, because the point was made. As we brought out in this lesson, various topics: Babylon infiltrated and taken, and the coming global chaos, man. Right? It's all on the table. So it's right here in your face. Right? You brothers got anything you want to add in there?
I got one precept. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall no more be found no more. And that's what you're seeing, man. That's what's coming. That's what she's warning, because the way America was established is the way the Lord is going to have it go out, man. And that's why these Edomites and these damn right wing, left wing, they're so afraid, because they're about to see that great city, Babylon the Great, which is America, be taken down, man.
God. I had one as well. Actually, I had two.
Go ahead, bro.
Because she made mention of the fact that the quote unquote founding fathers of Babylon, they studied history, which they did. They often reference the ancient Roman Empire a lot. And as we know, this beast that had his deadly wound healed is the revival of the ancient Roman Empire. I just wanted to grab this, Mark 3:25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand, because, that woman, not having an understanding of what's to come in the future, doesn't know that Babylon the Great, America, is prophesied to be destroyed. Okay. And I just wanted to get this too. Revelations 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast. Okay. And that beast, again, is the revival of the ancient Roman Empire. Now, when you look at the similarities, okay, between Babylon the Great, America, and ancient Rome, all right, their beginning is similar. All right. Because when you look into the ancient Romans, what did they do? They went throughout the earth. They made various tributaries. All right. They enacted imperialism throughout the planet. Right. And that's exactly what America has done. And as you look at the fall of ancient Rome and Babylon, those similarities, they're likened to each other, right? The military is running thin, all right? They're stretched thin on different parts, immigration issues, division, all right? So this is exactly that same revival from the inception all the way down to its demise, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get 2 more minutes and we'll wrap it, Salaki. Let me get 2 more minutes of the video and we'll wrap it up after that.
And that world is a great unknown in the future. It's kind of dark video, but history is dark. History, read the Bible. is replete with the rise and fall of empires, with consequences for poor decisions and poor behavior, and also the bitter fruit that gets eaten as a consequence of poor leadership. Bad leaders and corrupt judges are a judgment for really a wicked people.
Woo.
At a deeper level.
Go ahead, brother. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what we're seeing taking place, man. Because America, Babylon the Great's foundation was established on wickedness, all right, rape, robbery, and murder. Therefore, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy this place and transfer that power into the true rulers, which are the children of Israel under Yahushua, man. Okay? So what we're witnessing is literally the transference of power taking place before our eyes, man. The Lord is breaking down Babylon, and he's rising up Israel, man. The true Israelites.
That's right. Let me see. Hold on. We're almost there. Bear with us. Hold on.
The fecklessness of the federal government to protect the life, liberty, and property of the American people is purely a function of our culture's abandonment of traditional masculinity. And what do I mean by that? How could I draw that parallel? How could I draw that connection? I'll tell you exactly how. If a man allows a roaming band of thugs or robbers in his house to steal his property and to assault his wife and children, he is no man. And why is that? Because it is the fundamental responsibility of the male to defend his territory and to defend the weak and the vulnerable within his sphere of influence.
And I want to say this is why Babylon is turning all the men into women. Yep. This is why they push that agenda, because with no men, you have no defense, right? That's why they're turning everybody into moles and transformers. This is why they're pushing this shit so heavy, right? To get rid of masculinity, so this place can be taken, right?
To a greater degree, extended further out, the government, a good government, a government that is just, will be A, comprised of the consent of the governed, and 2, limit itself solely to the purview of protecting the life, liberty, and property of those who consented to be governed. The federal government now has not done that. What has it done? It has become an abusive father, so to speak, an abusive father that takes away the property of its citizens and gives it away to the roaming thugs, opens up the house doors for the children and the wife to be slaughtered.
Man. Right. And that's the point. And then before we wrap it up, I had this pulled up here. This is where we at. Okay. The new abnormal how you say the word authoritarian control freaks want to micromanage
technique to attract younger women without being a sugar daddy. So now when you do that,
Salakia. So this is where we at, man. Okay. Tyranny, man. A dystopia. Okay. So we'll leave it like that. You know, pray that this lesson is edifying. Let me go back to the screen. Right. Please watch the rest of this video. That's like as you just heard here, she's going in, man. She brings it out just like the Elder Malcolm was saying, you know. But let's put the screen back to normal. All right. So yeah. So we pray this lesson was edifying to all you believers out there, man. You know, your brothers got any last words y'all want to say? Any precepts, or that's it?
I had two more.
You got okay? Go ahead, brother. Bring them out, and we'll wrap it.
This is Second Ezra chapter 2. And we'll get verse 8. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Ashur, thou that hidest the unrighteousness in thee, O thou wicked people. Remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah." You know, pretty much, you know, the scriptures say that was an example for those that should live ungodly. But I want to get this as well. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "The thing that hath been is that which shall be done. So is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." So pretty much the downfall of these different kingdoms and the parallels in different kingdoms that are written about in the scriptures, they are likened to America, Babylon the Great, and that's pretty much what we see taking place, you know, the downfall this society, this wicked rulership.
Because like Tazwan had mentioned earlier, the parallels of how ancient Rome, you know, it fell, and the scripture described it as that daily wound being healed. Like we was going into yesterday, man. That, hey, the Lord opened that wound back up, and now it's America accepted, so it's got to go, man. You know, this place is finished, man, and that's what we've been talking about this whole lesson, just going into how Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting the finishing touches on Babylon, man.
Right, that's right, bro. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua putting the finishing touches on this bitch, man. It's over, man. Hey, pray this camp or this lesson was edifying, man. Babylon infiltrating the taking and the coming global chaos, man. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Makadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.